Good morning, guys. It's Lori from Passionate Penny Pincher, and it is Crocktober day 12. So I can't believe we've done this many days, but we have. And today we are making slow cooker taco meat, which I know so many people don't think you can make ground beef in the slow cooker, but you can, and you can cook the meat, and it's an easy way to do it when you're in a hurry and need to get a whole lot of meat done quickly. This is a great way to get it started. The great thing is you can also go ahead and make it now and then freeze it, and so you could have your taco meat all done. So as y'all are hopping on today, I would love to hear where you're at. Share with me what you're making for dinner tonight. Hello, Kristen, it looks like you're here. Good morning. You're always here, I think. We're one of the first ones usually here in the morning. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for popping on. Let's get started. This is so simple. And then actually at the end of this, I'm gonna make our family's all-time favorite recipe. This is like my husband's old family favorite for raisin bran muffins. If you've never made these, it's worth watching because what's awesome is you can make them now and they're gonna last for 6 weeks in your fridge. So that's awesome. Let me make sure everything's working. It looks like the sound is working. Good morning, guys. Okay, so here's how to make taco meat in the slow cooker. You need 2 pounds of ground beef, a taco seasoning packet. You can also make your own. There's a recipe in the back of the cookbook that you can download at the link above that will have a homemade recipe for this. I'm in a hurry this morning, so I'm using this one. You're also going to need some garlic powder, salt, onion, and 1 1/4 cups of water. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to add our ground beef to the crock pot. Now I'm using ground turkey. I've never used ground turkey before, but we're gonna try it and see how it goes. I'll let you know tonight if it works out okay. I think it should work fine. Ground turkey's pretty, usually for most things we've been able to use it without any issues. Okay, so you're gonna add your ground beef into, or ground beef or ground turkey into the crock pot. So you're gonna pop that in there. Then you're gonna add in a packet of taco seasoning mix. A teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder. So glad to see y'all on this morning. I'm hoping, it looks like everything's working okay from over here. An entire onion, you're just gonna chop it up and put it in there. Hello, y'all, be sure to share this if you know folks who would like to get dinner done quickly. It's super easy. And then you're gonna pour in 1 1/4 cups of water. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do in the crock pot. Now, this is the trick. This is not one of those recipes that you can sit and leave to cook all day on its own. You actually have to do stuff with this one. So you're gonna let it cook on high for 2 hours. Let me make sure that's the right time before I forget. Cook on high for 2 hours first. So you're gonna start with that. Then you will turn it down to low and you're gonna let it cook another 2 hours. Now that first 2 hours, you're really just browning the meat. I go in and I stir it occasionally. So probably every 30 minutes, I'll go in and I'll stir it real quickly. That's all you have to do. So it takes about 4 hours total. The nice thing about this is if you have a whole bunch of ground beef, this is a great way to get it cooked up and it's super easy. So hopefully that's a good start. Now, let me make sure everything's working and then we're gonna start on the raisin bran muffins. It looks like it's working. Good morning, guys. So glad to see you. Okay, so who here has made raisin bran muffins? If you've ever made raisin bran muffins, can you put a heart or a like or something so that I know you're out there? This is one of those recipes that my mother-in-law made probably a bajillion years ago. Probably not, probably 30 years ago. And my husband always loved it. And it's great because you make it once and then you can leave it in your fridge for up to 6 weeks. Oh, good, a few people have made some raisin bran muffins. Good to hear that. Okay, so definitely like those likes. Let me know if you love them, if you have any other tips. They're super easy to make. Once you make them, they hold for 6 weeks in your fridge. So any morning, like on a cool winter morning or fall morning when you just want a quick breakfast, you can whip up just 3 or 4 at a time. You don't have to make up the whole bunch. So it's a really fun recipe. I'm trying to see your comments. Everything's working awesome. Okay, so this is how you're gonna do these. First, you wanna put together your dry ingredients, which are, I'm gonna start with this first, 2 1/2 cups of regular flour. Y'all, is it working? And we will put, my niece Hannah is on the other end and she is gonna put a link to this for you guys so that you can get the direct link to the whole recipe, but you can watch how easy it is to make. Okay, 2 1/2 cups flour, 2 1/2 cups whole wheat flour. Now you could probably substitute, I bet you could probably use almost all whole wheat if you'd like to. This is just the way we've always made it. And remember, you're gonna make a bunch. This is gonna make a massive, I'm guessing this makes about 6 dozen muffins. So it takes a lot of ingredients because you're making a lot of muffins. Okay, so you've got 2½ cups flour, 2½ cups whole wheat flour, 3 cups of sugar, you need to use your biggest bowl because it is going to use every single bit of your bowl. Let me just tell you, you will want to have as much space in here as you can. So 3 cups flour, 3 cups sugar, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. Guys, so many people ask me about these measuring spoons I've been using. Guys, my friend Andrea at Utensi made these. We're going to give you the link for them, and we have a special code for $2 off. They are $19.99. There's a code for $2 off, which makes them $17.99. I love them because they stay in my nice big crock, and they are by far my favorite measuring spoons. I had so many questions about those yesterday. I just wanted to mention those as we're talking, but there will be a link if you look through the comments, we'll have a link for those. So 1½ teaspoon cinnamon. You can also use 1½ teaspoons nutmeg. I usually leave it out because I never seem to have nutmeg. Then you're also going to do 3 teaspoons of baking soda. And like I said, you're going to have a really full bowl. So then you're going to mix all of this together. It's a lot. So you're going to stir all that together and kind of just get it all mixed in. It is a lot of ingredients, so like I said, you want to have a really big bowl. Thanks for the likes and hearts. That helps me to see you from over here, that y'all can see at least. I hope everything's working. Looks like everything's working good. Make sure you share this if you know someone else who would love to have yummy muffins made or dinner, and they can also get their free cookbook, so it's super easy. Okay, so my mother-in-law says to sift it, and she also taught me this awesome trick. If you want to sift easily and you don't want to have to sift a whole lot of stuff, is just use a whisk and sift it like that. It doesn't need to be perfectly sifted, and that saves you having to pull out your sifter and taking forever, so we're just going to get that together real fast. Now you're kind of going to make a well in the center, and you're going to add in, and this is my favorite trick ever, like ever in cooking, and probably such a good penny pinching trick. You're going to add in 4 cups of buttermilk. But if you're like me, you probably don't have buttermilk, so you can use, instead of, you need a quart of buttermilk, or you can use 4 cups of regular milk. You're going to add in 4 teaspoons of vinegar, and that will actually sour the milk. And so that way you don't have to like have buttermilk on hand. So it's 4 cups of buttermilk or 4 cups of milk, add in 4 teaspoons of vinegar. You actually let it sit on the counter for 10 minutes. And that makes buttermilk for you, or it sours the milk so that it's like buttermilk and you don't have to have buttermilk on hand. I think that's the coolest trick ever because I never have buttermilk on hand. It's probably also a little bit healthier is my guess. You're going to use a cup of oil. Four eggs. I'm going to go ahead and stick these in here real fast so I can beat them up. I'm just whisking them together real quickly. I'm not going to beat them completely, but just to get them kind of mixed in here. 4 eggs. Okay, now you're going to stir all of that together. And like I said, guys, it's going to be a lot. So you're going to have this very full bowl. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add in an entire box of Raisin Bran. So they're going to be really thick. And like I said, the best part is that you can, once you make these, you can totally just leave them in your fridge for the week, or I'm sorry, for up to 6 weeks. And then you're going to bake them at, I think it's 450 for 15 to 20 minutes whenever you're ready to have them. So what's nice is these are great to take to a new mom. If you know someone who's just had a baby and they need just something, an easy way to have something different besides just plain old store-bought stuff, this is great because it's just super easy to make yourself. And like I said, my husband, these are one of his favorite treats, so I'm actually just making these because he loves them, and he will be so happy to have them in the fridge. So okay, so we've got that all stirred in together. And now we're gonna add in the entire box, and I just have Kroger brand. You just want a 15-ounce box of Raisin Bran. You can use any brand. You know I'm cheap, so I looked for the best price this week, and this was the one that won. Now it's gonna be really, really, really thick. Like really thick. And like I said, there's a lot in here. So you're just gonna stir this in, then you will leave it and keep it in a refrigerator for up to 6 weeks. You can totally make it each morning when you need it. Hope that helps. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. It's so good to see you guys on. I'm gonna try to real quickly, I'll look through the comments and see if I can see this real fast. And then you can bake them at 15 to 20 minutes. Let me see if I can scoot this over here so I can see. Good morning, guys. So glad to see you guys on. Okay, so somebody asked what I was making. We made slow cooker tacos and Raisin Bran muffins. So I'm going to try to, it's hard to see. Let me see if I can scoot over here so I can see the comments. There we go. Okay, I can see the comments. Good morning, y'all. So glad to see you guys on. Hi, Cindy. Use a Rubbermaid sandwich. Why not use your KitchenAid? You know, that's a good question. I guess I could use my KitchenAid to mix them. I've never used my KitchenAid to mix them because it's really just one of those things you stir more, so I don't usually use my KitchenAid. Stacy, we're not making tacos. Yeah, I finished that pretty quickly. Oh, Rick, good to know that I'm sorry, Rick and Jerry Hughes shared that you can use lemon juice instead of vinegar. I've never tried that, so that's awesome to know that. That's a great thing to do. And you could, I see somebody that looks like said they could also use applesauce. Yeah, lots of great ways to be able to make them. And Kate, yes, so you leave them in the fridge. What's awesome about these muffins is you leave them in the fridge for up to 6 weeks and they totally work, and then you just pop out as many muffins, which is really great, especially if you only have a few people. If you don't want to make a huge thing, it's just a really easy way to make them. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope you guys have a fantastic morning. Let me know if you make the recipes that we've made. Let me know if you make the taco meat, and let me know what you're making for dinner tonight. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. So glad to hear from you guys this morning. See ya.